Wonderful, Mr. Bridge, and I appreciate you on that one. So yeah, the thing I would say is like, like remember this is a challenge, and that's what we have to do. We have to challenge ourselves. So I will say I will not like to postpone this one for like more than 30 days. So the whole point is like challenging ourselves, like I said at the beginning, this way of us of growing. We are like pushing when you do like exercise, yeah, and you push yourself to the point of getting closer to the break point, yeah. It is when you are muscle, yeah. So that's exactly what we have in our mind, yeah. We want to challenge ourselves of the point of growth, yes. So that's exactly what I have in my mind when I'm talking about this idea about 30-day challenge. I really want to challenge myself, on a growth that is going to be in 30 days done, is going to be in something that outside my main field, and I will push boundaries to make sure that I'm going to take it in a direction that's going to actually help me to grow, and actually I'm going to see results. So that's kind of, I will say, the topic or the items that I'm trying to look for or I'm trying to achieve with this, So, like I said, I think, and I agree with you, your social media can influence everything that you do. And yes, but right now I'm going to start with the TikTok, which I have like basically 44 followers that I already know them. And this 0% chance kind of to do is like starting from zero, I would say, kind of. And I will start with something that is going to be outside of my comfort zone. And I'm going to just push it like hard to make sure that in these 30 days, we can actually achieve something. And for that specific, I will say, target, what I will do, I will start to have, it's kind of funny because I just see that because I thought I'm streaming also live. So I was seeing that my tablet, it's basically in the front of the camera, and I just saw that, I'm seeing myself double. But anyway, it's fine and cool. But yes, that was the tablet, by the way, everybody, because I'm streaming multiple ways. But anyhow, the whole point is like, we have to kind of get organized. And one of the things that I think is the best way to do this, it's having in our mind, like kind of while we're looking together with this program, how we're trying to figure out how to make sure that when we pick up our, I'll say, tools that's going to get us to $10,000, they're going to have that, they're going to have a specific niche that we're going to use them, and I'm going to go to different niches. And I repeat, I'm going to go to this one, not because you have to do it, but I want to make sure I'm going to cover a variety of people that they're going to have different other skills. And maybe if I'm going to say, hey, we're going to do $10,000 trying to say, to sell, let's say, tables made from pellets, like not everybody has that skill of going to a place, getting like one of those loading pallet and cut it out and make from it a table. Yeah. And I'm going to be talking with only a very specific limited niche that they are maybe handy with the tools, but everybody else is going to be left out. So for that reason, I want to make sure I'm going to cover it. I'm going to talk about affiliates. I'm going to talk about passive income. I'm going to talk about products, flipping products, so they can be anything, like from cars to maybe, I don't know, even collectible, or, like things that are like, I don't know, vases, I don't know, you name it. Yeah. So I'm going to just try to make sure I'm going to cover as much as possible as the spectrum of items that I consider that can be flipped or can be considered as a grow item. And I want to make sure that when we talk about this one, we're going to solve there's going to be a problem that needs to be solved with that one. That means the item has to be having a demand. Yeah. The other thing that we are looking for to achieve, it is like to create basically a solution for them. So whatever we're gonna give, they're gonna give a solution. Like I said, self. The problem it is that people need help with the credit. Solution it is going to increase the credit, and the mechanism that is going to be, that's another item that you have to think, is going to be that they're going to use, basically they're going to create for you a affordable, I would say, payment system that you can actually pay, and that's going to be reported towards the bureaus. That's going to help you to increase your score. And the last thing that is very important and we have to talk about is the price. Yeah, and like I said, this one is not, and you already saw it, it's like a $10 ticket that is going to take me about 500 to make sure I'm going to get to that 10,000, and actually more, 500. Yeah, 500. I need to say 500 to get to 10,000. 500, no, 1,000. Sorry. Morning math, but yes. So here we go. Then we have to think about the channels that we're going to talk about. What channels we're going to use to make sure we're going to achieve this sell. So for me, because I'm trying to make sure that I'm not going to be putting nobody to get to an expenditure, like to spend money, we're going to make sure everything we're going to do as a reach is going to be organic. Yeah, we're going to only do organic. We're not going to do anything that's you're going to spend money. Maybe you're in the situation where you don't have the money. Yeah, and we're going to talk about those kind of reach that is going to not require money. Then you have to think like, whatever it is the item. Let's say, like I said, on the shelf we have this $10 item that we have to sell 1,000. But on the Groove, we have a product that we only have to sell 20. So obviously our target, like in this case, is going to incline towards Groove because we only have to sell 20 of them. Now, yes, it's a higher ticket. However, we can do maybe even both. I can put them both of them and try to see. I have other affiliates that I have like in my mind that we can kind of consider, what else can be bring up and find out, tickets that is going to be maybe even more than that one. Like one of the things like the real estate education, which can be give you like a ticket between $300 to $10,000. So I sell only one, I sell the whole thing. But I'm just trying to get that idea that, whatever it is going to be your stage, your knowledge, your wisdom about affiliate or anything that you're doing or you're I will say knowledgeable about, you can use that field and do it. It's not like, oh my gosh, you have to use this one or you have to do that. I'm just trying to kind of create awareness, and I'm trying to show and create a transparency that I'm going to bring it up towards people to see how we do, why we do it, and to give that, I will say, confidence as possible to be done. And that's exactly what I'm looking to achieve with this item. Yeah. So now the other thing that you have to have in your mind, still on the reverse engineering, yeah, it is like we have to find out how many people or what is the close rate. Yeah, if we have an item that requires you to reach out to about 200 people to have one that's going to close, obviously for you to, let's say on the Groove, yeah, the ratio is about 200 to 1 to 200. Yeah, so that means I need to reach out for me to close 20 to 200 multiplied with 20. Yes, which is going to give me 40,000 people that I have to reach out. That's how I'm going to reach out to 40,000 people. Well, we're going to make the plan today. I'm going to talk about this later. I'm going to make another live and I'm going to talk about these items. Yeah. So if you want, you can follow me on YouTube when I'm going to be breaking down now, I'm going to show exactly how I'm going to do the math and how it's going to, we're going to go over the numbers and make the plan to make sure we're going to have something to follow and we're going to stick with the process. So again, very important items. Yeah. The other thing that we're going to try to achieve is, like one of the ways that we're going to do a lot of live streamings. We're going to do a lot of webinars. We're going to do a lot of other items where we can actually bring more people together so we can talk about each of these items, what is going to be the benefit. So maybe I can do like a session that's going to be special for group that we're going to talk about the benefits of the group. And at the end, they can buy into group. Yeah. Or I can talk about self. I'm going to bring maybe somebody from that's a very knowledgeable in credit, and they're going to talk about more about these items, or even I'm going to talk with the people from self and create a session. And at the end of the session, we're going to sell self. So there's so many ways that we can make this thing happen. It's just the question, like what is going to be our capacity, or I will say ability of fulfilling this challenge. And yeah, like I said, today's session was all about affiliates and about how we're gonna put this plan together. I'm gonna talk more about this plan. Maybe every single time we're gonna have one of these sessions that we have to go a little bit more in depth. So if somebody is listening the first time, they're gonna be a little bit not to be like I would say in the clouds or like in the fog, in the dark, and to have a little bit of understanding of how or what has to be done to make it happen. So that's the reason I'm bringing this one up. And yes, 100% is can be achieved, and 100% it is something that we can make it happen. And even more important, that it is something that I consider personally, that if it's something that I would say it's a burning fire, and you need to find an extinguisher with $10,000, you can use these methods of getting that target achieved by using the leverage and the things that we put out today for you to be able to listen to it, understand it, and kind of learn from it and leverage it towards your advantage of creating that situation, creating that opportunity of making $10,000 at the end of a 30-day cycle. So yes, that's kind of the topic that I was trying to bring up today. And by all means, make sure you're gonna follow the beautiful greenhouse on the top. Make sure you're gonna follow our Growth Mastermind Group. We're gonna talk more about this. We're gonna bring other people that are gonna help you to understand better how to make money, how to be successful, and everything that we do is gonna be towards that idea that anybody is equal in front of success, and anybody can make it happen as long as they can put the TLC, tender loving care, and they're focused on whatever it is the item that's going to help us to make sure we're going to get closer to the goals and closer to our purpose and our I would say desired outcomes that we're looking for. Because one of the things that's very important in our life, it is that we always see this what do you want to achieve in life? And people are saying money. No, you don't want to achieve money. You want to achieve items or services or sensation or dreams that requires money. But money is just a vehicle. And that $10,000 maybe is gonna give you maybe a ease to say like that on something that you want to do. Maybe you want to buy a car, maybe you want to, I don't know, you have things to pay. I don't know. Whatever it is in your life that it is currently, I consider that challenging yourself is going to show that's possible, and it's going to increase, boost your confidence to say that of doing better, doing more, and growing. And I'm pretty sure then when you're gonna return to your regular, if you're gonna return, maybe you're gonna like this one, I don't know. But in the moment you're gonna return to your regular obviously services, you're gonna give 110% of your best of you to make sure you can achieve it. And that's kind of what we expect at the end of this 30 days to happen. And we're really looking forward to talk on the September 30 when it's going to be ending this 30 days and see who is the one that win the best and see what we do, and for sure, like one of the items today I'm going to do and I'm going to post on the social media is going to be having a bank account or having something I'm going to open that's going to be zero out, and basically that's going to be the account that every time we're going to do sell, we're going to kind of present it and make sure that we're going to create that transparency that's required for us to show that no matter where are you in life, no matter where are you in the world, if you put the efforts, you can achieve anything. And with this one, if Tabitha, if anybody has anything to add for today, I think we're done. But we're looking forward to hear more. Yes, Tabitha.
Nope, I don't have anything to add either. Just
Okay.
trying to absorb what you're saying.
Absolutely, absolutely. Wonderful. So yes, with this said, then we can close out the room today. And yes, it can be a little bit earlier. And the most important part for everybody is, make sure you're going to take action. If you're listening to this, either on Clubhouse, in replay, or on YouTube, or wherever you are right now, big or TikTok, make sure you're going to remember that you have to find a niche. Make sure your niche is going to be something that is going to solve a problem for people, and make sure the transition, that item that you're going to see at the end of the niche is going to be something that's going to help people of getting what they need to get. And this being said, this is Peter, and thank you very much for listening to the Growth Mastermind Group session, Monday session. Today, later on, we're going to have an amazing guest that he's going to talk about some items that we can do on the social media. And next time, I'm going to talk about the $10,000 challenge on Clubhouse. I'm going to make sure I'm going to pour into your knowledge to select that everything that I learned, everything that can be achieved using those mechanisms. And I want to make sure I'm also post it on YouTube, so in that way people can follow it and learn about it, and make sure we can have something that's going to be, I would say, achievable and easy to be followed. So the other thing that I think is very important for us to talk right before we're going to close, that we're going to have a lot of, I would say, posting inside of social media with different updates, different other things. So I'm not going to be able to stay all day long on Clubhouse, because otherwise I'm not going to achieve my goal of the 30 days. However, follow me on social media. Every time when I have a chance or I need to put an update, I'm going to try to do my best to be posting on social media. And in that way, people can follow us and see where we are with our items. And with this, thank you very much for joining the Growth Mastermind Group. We are a group of entrepreneurs whose mission, vision, and purpose is to encourage other entrepreneurs to discover, fulfill, and unleash their potential. We're meeting Monday to Friday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today was not an exception. And Wednesday, I know we have a guest. Ms. Tabitha, would you like to speak about Wednesday just a little bit? So
Wednesday, the topic is, I'll be moderating a room, Peter, and the topic is, are you growth or do you have a growth mindset and how to fix it? Super excited to be presenting and sharing with you and growing our mindset so we can grow our businesses. We'll see you all Wednesday morning at 8:35 Eastern Standard Time here at Growth Mastermind Group.
Thank you very much. See you Wednesday. And we go. Our clubhouse session, it's over. So still on Clubhouse, and I think I'm gonna try to do so on Bigo. I'm not sure if I can do it, but I'm gonna find out later. But one of the things that I'm gonna put inside of the description below, yes, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna put a link with the self, with the Groove, and all the affiliates that we are talking about today. Feel free to check them out to see if it's something that you can use and make some money. And also don't forget to support our channel. And for doing that, you can buy us a coffee. We always love to have your support. We're doing this since 2020. We never ask for anything, but well, it past 2 years, and we just feel like some love is going to help us to keep doing this, and make sure that we're going to keep doing what we're doing to the level that is going to help you not only to grow but also to follow your dreams, and making sure you're going to be staying tuned and happy and content with your life. So this being said, I'm going to stop right now here for now, and we're going to have maybe another session later on. So thank you very much. I appreciate every single one of you, and see you later.